Welcome back to NC Bass, and today I'm on Kerr Scott Lake, or W. Kerr Scott Reservoir, or whatever you want to call it, in Wilkesboro. A 1,500 acre lake. It's not big at all. It's not Kerr Lake, Bugs Island in Virginia, in North Carolina border, but this lake has been, this COVID stuff had this lake closed for like a month and a half or so. It just opened up Saturday. Today's Thursday. So I'm hoping the fish have not been pressured and they want to bite, but I'm sure it's got hit hard the last few days. But the lake, it's really cold here. I'm reading 61-degree water right now, so that's surprising how cold it is. But there's some giants in this lake. There's been a 10-pounder caught out of here. There's a lot of 6- and 7-pound bass in here. But I always struggle here. There's some real big spots, big Kentucky spots. I was hoping there would be a shad spawn going on, but the water's kind of cold, and I was wanting to hit this tunnel. There's 2 boats already on this tunnel over here. That's really where I wanted to start. I've already fished around Smithy's boat ramp and didn't get a bite yet, but hopefully they're about to start hitting topwaters. Hopefully I can get a pattern going, and there's always a chance to catch a giant out of this lake. That's what I like about it. But I usually struggle here. Hopefully I can change that today. Let's see how it goes. Fish. Yes. Finally. Something. Can't even tell if it's a spot. Old spotted bass. Old fat spot. I'll take it. It's an old Kentucky spot. See a little football shape. A little fatty. I mean, he ain't very big, but they're built like a smallmouth. Finally something. So we can at least get 5 keepers today, I'll be happy with. God, probably a spot. He freaking nailed it. He's small. But he killed it. He's a little spot. Spinnerbait fish. No wind today, but they're gonna bite spinnerbait. I'll throw it. It's gonna get windy later though. Right now, it's calm. Oh my God, he slammed it. He's tiny though. No hit hard, they're just not big. That little Kentucky spot. Nothing like the spots at Lake Norman. These little footballs. Little short and stubby guys. I get bit on the spinnerbait, it seems like, and they're spots. This lake is mostly largemouth, so I'm doing something wrong. I need to find the largemouth. They're probably in the backs of these pockets. Fish. Little guy. Second bite in a row I had here. Might be the same fish. Just a little largy. First largemouth though. This really does look like a spotted bass spot. There's the first largemouth of the day. He's a baby. But see the upgrade on size. Good. I finally hooked one. 3rd bite I've had on this whopper flopper. There must be the spots. Who would have thought spots are around the grass? Probably a shad spawn. There might be fry garters too. That's the way they're hitting it real hard, like they're fry garters. Finally, a topwater fish. I will take it. I think these spots are on beds around this grass. I don't know. Well, threw the wacky rig in there and caught him. Ooh, topwater right there. Right on top of the jaw. A weighted wacky rig. Right where I missed that one on topwater, then he bit it and I hooked him for a second, threw it back in there and he bit it again. So maybe he's on a bed or maybe they're just stacked right there. Right here in these water willows that they planted here, and they had them in the fencing. Now you can tell it's starting to grow out by itself, which is awesome, and it's great for the bass. So hopefully this stuff will grow all over the lake and it'll be like baiting and it'll be full of big bass. Oh, he's got it. Got him. Oh, he's tiny too. That's the one that he's on the bed. Just ripped my brush hog in half. Blew up on Topwater first, like he was a big one. Then ripped my brush hog in half, and then got him on the Cinco. It's a little spot. These spots are out here bedding around the main lake. Makes sense. Oh, what the hell? Got him that time. Look at this. You've got to be kidding me. Sure, camera's going. Had one flash on my crankbait coming up, and then I seen two on the graph, so pull out the drop shot, and lo and behold, I catch the largemouth on a drop shot. So marked a couple down there. They're all dinks today, guys. Nothing even close to 2 pounds. That first one might have been close to 2 pounds, but he's definitely not on the bed. There's a couple of suspended fish down there. I thought there were spots for sure, but he might have been the one that followed my crankbait. It's a fish. Oh man, I thought I was hung up for a second. He's little, that's why. I thought it was just a little stick, twig or something. He wasn't even moving at first. Largemouth. There we go. Well, the dinks are biting. Thought I was at Lake Norman. Way catching a lot, and they're all tiny. Somebody else already caught him. On the little translucent rock crawler, I need something subtle right now. No noise, clear, the water's clear, no wind. He's sadly the second biggest of the day, probably. Oh my gosh, these spots are killing it, man. I thought that was a huge one. It was just a big fat spot. Probably 1.5 pounds. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. He can't be on the bed, can he? Corner of every fence I've got bit by a spot. Can't believe a spot's all the way back here in the very back. Finally hooked one on the Topwater. He's just teeny tiny. I just missed a giant though. It had to be huge. Well guys, midday update. Starting to catch fish though. They're all tiny. These spots are definitely bedding. I had one like 2, maybe 2.5 pound largemouth on the bed that ripped my single off first cast. Threw back over there, and he wrapped me around the tree. He grabbed it real fast. I went up under the tree, and now he won't bite. I hooked him for a second too, so now he won't bite. But there's definitely fish on beds. I just missed what seemed to be a giant on the whopper plopper, but who knows? These little guys are hitting it hard, and it's not like they want to even eat it. They're just slapping it, getting away from their beds. They're not even trying to eat it. I've only hooked like 2 fish out of 10 on the whopper plopper, but I'm probably just gonna keep covering the water with the whopper plopper, and then look for beds while I'm doing it. Hopefully I can find some fish on beds, because a way better chance to catch a big one like that. I'm catching nothing but small ones right now, just running around the main lake. The back of these pockets, I'm hopefully I can find a big one on a bed and catch it. Let's see how it goes. Got him. Stole my worm last time. Just a little baby spot. What do you expect on a drop shot in a marina? You don't catch big ones on drop shot. So, well, actually this one's pulling a little bit. They're stacked down there. They're just not big. He's bigger than the last one, but not much. Well, at least I kept my bait that time. Just barely had him hooked. Right bait synth, just like a robo worm. Great drop shot bait. And he's been caught before, it looks like. In a little spot. This lake is full of fish, more than I thought. Just can't find the big ones yet. They're probably post-spawn, or hopefully some are showing beds. They're tiny. That's what I'm seeing streaking. This graph is lighting up. But they're probably all that size. I bet I can catch these little guys all day if I wanted to, but I don't want to. Spots will stack up with each other. Well guys, go ahead and call it a day. I haven't had a bite about 3 hours. I tried to sight fish. White's Creek had a lot of fish on beds. I seen a couple pushing 4. They just weren't really locked down. They're real skittish. I don't think I even had one really even mouthed. I mean, some of them were locked on the bed, but as soon as they seen the boat, they just wouldn't. They would swim off the bed, not really react to the bait. I've seen quite a few of them, but off camera I hooked like a 3-pounder on the Whopper Plopper, but my battery was dead. I forgot to change it, and I was kind of messing with my camera right when we got near the boat. He jumped off. Finally hooked one on the Whopper Plopper. Missed another one after that. I missed probably 10 fish or more today on the Whopper Plopper, but a lot of them were just slapping it, not really trying to eat it. But the bites really died off. I should have stayed near the ranger station. Down lake it had warmer water, and where the marina is too. That's where I was getting the bites at. I should have stayed down there. I went back up and tried to go sight fishing. The wind started picking up. The power fishing bite would probably pick up now. Right when I was trying to sight fish, the wind picks up. But I couldn't get any sight fishing. I'm sure by this weekend, when the warm weather, they'll have eggs on there and they'll be ready to bite on the beds. But there's a bunch of beds in White's Creek. Then we'll go to Baden Lake next week. So that'll probably be on the next video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video.